So I saw that I was close to a smithing level, so I decided I would just melt some of the iron and coal I have into steel bars that will later be turned into cannonballs that will be used at the Lizardman Shamans to try to get a Dragon Warhammer. So right now I'm about to get 55 smithing. I should get in, yeah, 4 more, so I'll be getting at this inventory. And so I'm trying to get smithing to 60 so that I can use the blast furnace without having to pay just to be able to use it. I'll still have to like pay to have the dwarves run it on the I forget which world it is, but on the blast furnace world. So the steel bars, all my steel bars are going to be made into cannonballs, and my mithril ore will once I need to get the Taurus trap completed, and that way I can make mithril darts that will eventually. I didn't grab enough coal. I need to make mithril darts that will be used for the toxic blowpipe once as ammo for it once I get to that point in my account. And after this load, I'll be completely out of coal ore, as well as iron ore, and pretty low on mithril. So if I ever decide to do, I mean, I will decide to do more smithing. Once I decide to do more smithing, I'm gonna definitely need to go back to the motherlode mine and stock up on a ton more ore. I need a lot of coal. I've got just about 300 steel bars, which is about 1,200 cannonballs. And if I add that to the 3,000 I already have, it's starting to like stack up. So that'll definitely be at least a little bit helpful once I decide to grind out the Dragon Warhammer, and once I get to like those higher levels and need to do bossing. So I just killed the Daganth Mother and finished the Horror from the Deep quest. I didn't realize that it comes up with the reward screen immediately after you kill the Mother. So I've got the Rusty Casket, so I'm going to try to open that now and get the Unholy Book from Josik here. I decided to do this quest because of a clue scroll that I was working on. The thing says Zamorak. Alright, yep, and there's my damaged book. So most of my playtime over the past few days has been hunting Eclectic Implings. So here are some level ups I've gotten during that time. But I decided to take breaks from it every now and again to try to keep myself sane. I believe the only quest I completed was Horror from the Deep, as you just saw, as it was a requirement for one of my medium clues. I thought I'd show how I was doing my Impling runs, in case anyone wanted to do it similarly to me. So that'll be in this video after this little bit. The loot video with all those Eclectic Implings and the medium clue scrolls will be up once I finish opening all the jars and completing all the clues. I always catch 3 non-Eclectic Implings, so that whenever I come back from banking, I have 3 jars that I can trade in to make 9 jars. I'll then catch 9 complete Implings. I'll just finish them up and then also get 3 jars for each of those, so that I have the full 27. And then I will catch 24 more Eclectic Implings and then 3 more of just whatever to trade back in for the next inventory. So I'll drop all of the Electics off, keep the 3. Actually, I don't want the frog token either. And then I'm back off to puro-puro. You can trade with Elnock your Implings. I'll just trade him all of these. I wish there was a way you could do this like in mass, because it's been a lot of clicking of doing this. Yeah, I normally kind of hang out towards the south whenever I catch my Implings. I don't know why, I kind of just like it down here. There's a bunch of Impling spawns that are easy to get to. But now I'm just filling up 9 Impling jars with any old Impling will do, just so I can trade them back and get a full inventory of jars, since jars aren't necessarily the easiest thing to come by. Once you have all 9, you can head back to the center and begin to trade them with Elnock. Once you have all of your jars, you can head back south, and I'll show you where the Eclectic Impling spawn that I kind of like to camp around is. The Eclectic normally spawns in the second to last row here, on the, I guess it'd be the north side, in the center of this row. Whenever you can catch it, it'll spawn around here, so luckily, or hopefully, if you're lucky, you can just catch it on your first try, and you can just pretty much spam click 1 point. If I can catch this here now. But then a lot of the times if you miss, he'll either run to the north or run to the south. You can If he runs to the north, I normally like to chase after him. But if he runs to the south, I'm kind of lazy and I just kind of wait. I didn't want that, but actually I'll save it because there. Yeah, so there's the spawn. If he doesn't move, yeah. So it'll spawn at this one square. It'll keep spawning here. So I'm gonna go here and get ready to click this square. And there he is. Spawn him immediately and catch him. And you can just pretty much do this as long as you don't miss it. And it's pretty easy actually. But don't forget that you need to keep 3 non-eclectics for trading in after this inventory. So whenever you get to 3 jars left, make sure you catch some non-eclectics. I know most people who catch these use some like binding runes just to keep it from running around. And that's well, I mean, right now for this impling, that seems like a really good idea. But I'm really cheap and I don't want to use or waste any runes, especially nature runes. But definitely wouldn't be a bad idea if that's what you want to do. You're gonna have to use an extra inventory space to have the runes, and as well as you're actually gonna waste several inventory spaces for 3 different types of runes that you need for the spell. Or if you decide to use the staff, you still have to have an extra slot because you can't have the net and the staff equipped at the same time for obvious reasons. Like I've said, this isn't really necessarily the best method. This is just the method I'm doing since I'm trying to bank. If you're trying to bank some Eclectic Implings, they're worth about, I think it's like 3k each if you're a non-Ironman, 4k each if you're a non-Ironman. I mean, obviously I'm an Iron Man. I'm just kind of using these because I'm saving up, trying to save up about 1,000. I think I'm over 500 at this point. Yeah, so I'm up to 514 impling jars. I should have a video out in a few days of me opening 1,000 as well as completing any medium clue scroll that I get, because the real reason I'm doing all of this is just to try to get some ranger boots and hopefully some other god pages, preferably Zamorak. Thanks for watching, and I should be posting that other video in a few days, so keep your eye out for it. Bye.